From his chiseled appearance that sets him apart as a hero, to his almost successful previous audition, here are a few of the many reasons why Henry Cavill was born to play James Bond. Give the people what they want. Folks, we need to start with the very obvious elephant in the room, Henry's looks. I know you get what I mean. According to the 007 creator, Ian Fleming, the legacy of Bond demands the right look. As we saw from the previous franchise, demonstrated by Daniel Craig, this meant looking a certain way. The Bond legacy men are tall, dark-haired, handsome, and most importantly, they look good sipping martinis. That remind you of someone we know? Cavill stands at a height of over 6 feet and is our very own dark-haired British 007. Seriously, his Dunhill adverts are enough reason to convince someone he's the perfect fit. Speaking of which, being 007 isn't for the faint of heart. This is where Cavill's athleticism comes into play. When it came down to him and Craig in his earlier audition, the directors apparently thought Cavill wasn't in proper shape for the role. The Witcher actor opened up about his previous audition for the Bond role, recalling director Campbell calling him chubby upon meeting him. We can say with certainty that won't be an issue this time. Because of his extensive experience starring in action movie franchises, Cavill has started doing most of his own stunts. Yes, we mean the arm reload in Mission Impossible Fallout. While starring alongside Tom Cruise, Cavill stacked up some insane stunts in the movie, even being hailed as the most important part of the franchise by BuzzFeed. What's more is the arm reload stunt was later revealed by Cavill to be improvised. In an interview with Good Morning America, Cavill reportedly talked about how it just felt right at the time. Talk about being born to play 007. Working with Tom Cruise for the franchise also gave him some extra experience with his stunts. I'm talking Cruise, master of doing his own stunts in the industry. In an interview, the actor confessed to him getting help and admits he now enjoys doing most of his own stunts. He admitted he feels betrayed if the man behind the on-screen action isn't him. Seriously, just give the man the role at this point. Not to mention, the Mission Impossible franchise itself stands as a rival to the Bond films, giving Henry more than enough credibility. Another reason Cavill previously got rejected from the Bond franchise was his age. Turns out our boy was too young at the time. When it came to him and Craig, director Martin Campbell says age was a factor in Cavill's rejection. This is why Craig was preferred for the role. In an interview with the Daily Express, the director said, "He did very well in the audition, but ironically he was too young." This was because Craig was 38 while Henry was just 22. Well, they do say time heals old wounds, right? Now, Henry is around the same age Craig was when he was given the role. Issue resolved. So now that we've gotten the gritty details out of the way, or really just appreciated Henry, let's talk about him actually being beneficial to the franchise. Henry is a legacy actor. This means he hasn't let the Bond rejection stop him from making his own way around Hollywood. He has since starred in big-time movie franchises and won 1,000,000 hearts each time. His role as Superman still has a very special place in my heart. Henry has often shown us his ability to carry franchises with ease and comfort, becoming the face of them and attracting an audience with his charm. This makes me believe he would be a perfect fit to further the Bond legacy. Coupled with his previous interest in the Bond franchise, we'd say, what are the directors waiting for? Henry has shown multiple times how he cares for the franchise, despite being rejected by the director. The actor even went so far as to say he was grateful to Martin for rejecting him and telling the truth. He said that he didn't know how to train or diet, so this was a step in the right direction. We deserve a James Bond who puts up with criticism for the sake of the franchise. According to him, they made the right choice by casting Daniel because the movies turned out better. Respect! We also know Cavill doesn't just have experience with franchises. He has blockbuster experience too. The actor has seen the overwhelming success of a huge number of his own movies, so he has enough bragging rights to last a lifetime. And we're not just talking about Superman here. His experience ranges from action movies to even Netflix shows. Whether it's his hit movie, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., or the beloved Netflix season of The Witcher, Cavill has proved himself capable. Not just capable of making some kick-ass movies, but also handling the success. It can't be done by just anyone. But since I'm firmly Democratic, let's hear what everyone else has to say about Henry possibly being the next face of the Bond franchise. Spoiler alert, everyone loves the idea. And I don't blame them. Cavill is a fan fav, and I speak with proof. The internet is full of appreciation for the actor. I'm talking fan art, blog posts, and tweets, all in favor of our hero. One fan writes, "Do I care about the Bond franchise? No, but I will when he's played by Henry Cavill. Another mocks their parents for never agreeing on anything in their 20-year marriage, other than the fact that James Bond should be played by Cavill. As if we needed another reason for him to take the role. Now, Cavill's Bond is also responsible for couples therapy. A fan even threatens to riot if Henry isn't cast as Bond this time. It's not just the fans who agree with the dream cast. Filmmaker Matthew Vaughn had only good things to say about our fave star recently, according to comicbook.com. The filmmaker insisted he'd love to be involved in the James Bond franchise. He also said he would cast Henry Cavill as the 00 immediately. According to Vaughn, Cavill was born to play Bond. We see and appreciate you for doing God's work, Matthew. Young Hollywood co-star Millie Bobby Brown has also hopped on the Cavill Bond train. While talking to BBC Radio 1, the Stranger Things actress called Henry our new James Bond. Welcome to our side, Millie. We have Cavill as James Bond. What more could you need? It's not just them who think so. The next endorsement comes from the man himself, the previous director of the Bond movies. That's right, Martin Campbell believes Cavill could potentially be our next Bond. Even after initially rejecting him, Campbell recently revealed Henry's audition tape was tremendous, making headlines about a renewed possibility of Cavill's Bond. The director told the Daily Express, "Look, if Daniel didn't exist, Henry would have made an excellent Bond." Aside from all the obvious applause and compliments for the guy, let's see what Cavill himself has to say about being offered a position in the franchise again. In an interview with the Sunday Times, Cavill opened up about the Bond reboot. According to the actor, the reboot casting could go in any direction. Our boy is remaining optimistic as he talked about being open to any possibility. The star is currently busy with the filming of Argyle, playing the titular agent. When asked about the similarities between this current role and James Bond, he said it depends. We see what you're doing, Henry. However, judging from his enthusiasm, I think we can safely assume he'd want to play the role. In an interview with GQ last year, Cavill said he would absolutely jump at the opportunity to play the spy role. Henry Cavill has even admitted he would want to be a part of the Bond reboot in any capacity offered to him, even if it were a villain or a minor role. His devotion to the role runs deep. After the impact Craig left on the Bond franchise, it is hard to find a successor that fits the role as well as he did. Henry Cavill stands out as the perfect person to take the franchise forward here. He may even be able to introduce new fans to it because of his younger fan base. Now, at the right age and build, there is no other reason he would be turned down. Cavill has asserted he would pick up the call anytime if contacted for the talks, even amidst his busy schedule. More than that, the actor said he would be very, very excited to be able to get the chance to be the next Bond. Now, all we need is the call, and I really hope he gets it. And there you have it, folks. From his almost successful previous audition to his chiseled appearance that sets him apart as a hero, those were the reasons why Henry Cavill was born to play James Bond.